How do you guys approach politicians in Scotland?
Kind of nihilistically,
Yeah, in what way?
I guess. I imagine. Okay, yeah, like I don't really give a fuck. I actually have a fun politician story. When I think we were walking to high school one day, and we had a community centre, like a brick building, like a gym hall. And to get to that community centre, you have to walk down like a whole flight of stairs, like concrete steps, and get there. There was just a car sticking at a community centre, and if you search like Sam Campbell, who was he was the I guess the mayor for the little town, or like the Sam Campbell Dander Hall, and you'll see like a
Dunder Hall?
car crash. Yes, he basically was going to work and he just like crashed the car into the actual building. Yes, that's the picture of it. We were just walking to school, and that was a car sticking out of like the hall.
Is that her?
No. Sam's a dude,
Oh.
like Samuel's. That's the picture of like the car crash.
Why is it so
Yes.
blurry? What the hell?
Oh, this was like 2010. Yeah, 2011. Yeah.
Hold on.
We were using Nokia's back then, mate. Motorola's.
No, there's got to be something with good definition.
I was using the Sony Walkman phone, man.
Sony Walkman phone. The Sony Walkman had a phone,
Was that Zhao? Yes, that was it. He just crashed that fucker into the
and you guys saw it.
We were walking past and there was a car sticking out of the community centre and our council leader was just the dude getting out. Yeah.
Drunk?
No, it was like 8 in the morning. maybe drunk, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was fun. I used to walk around our town with like a whole big gold necklace. No, it was the Samsung phone, the Walkman phone.
Oh, Walkman, not the Nokia, right?
Walkman phone. Yes,
Oh,
that
this
bad
one.
boy. Hell yeah, we were
Oh.
taking pictures of that. Did you ever have one of them?
I had one with a keyboard. It
Yes.
was, I think it was a Samsung keyboard phone. I think it was a Samsung.
Oh, whoa, what are we talking?
It was like basically like one of the, or yeah, this one, I guess.
Wow. That's one of those hacker man I'm in. They would pull it from their shoe and like type in hacking at the mainframe.
I preferred the keyboard. I was like, this is just so much easier to type. Like, I don't want to type
Yeah.
in 3 characters every time I need a fucking letter.
And then you get older and your thumb takes up like a whole like
Yeah.
10 keys.
Those
Did the Pebble ever make it over here? I think it was the LG Pebble.
LG Pebble.
Did
Sounds
that ever
familiar.
make it over here?
Oh yeah. There were commercials.
Oh, they were
Yeah,
everywhere. Actual fucking Pebble.
Yeah, or the what's it called, the Razor.
Oh, I had one of them. I didn't have the flip one. I had the basic one. Oh, they're incredible, mate. Imagine the power player just flipping one of them out. Walking on the subway, just Motorola Razor, mate. Yeah.
That's nuts. I still don't understand how people carry those blocks around.
My dad had one of them.
Like these. Like what was it? I think it was a suitcase that you carried as well to go mobile.
Oh, wow. No.
No, hold
Oh,
on.
mate, you would be in New York calling up to me, like, selling your stock on one of their phones. Oh, yeah. Wearing a suit, like, coked up, like, vintage Wolf of Wall Street.
No, it had what was the? I guess it's like brick cell phone
The better not show up the Nokia 3310.
holster.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like the one sort of like there, like a gun holster for a phone.
Yeah, but there's like a whole carrying, like a shoulder bag. You would carry a shoulder bag. I've seen people with them walking around, but I guess
Fuck. My man,
that's wild.
my man's making business deals in 1970.
Yeah, one of these. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
$48?
Oh, what's the world come to?
That's not bad.
US though, money.
Oh, yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
Damn, it's called President. Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's compatible. I wonder if it still works.
Hook up, hook up to the iPhone. Has it got Bluetooth? I remember my when I was young, I had a Nintendo DS, but you needed to get like an extension to have a light on it, and then another extension so like the battery wouldn't run out. So I was just sat with this monstrosity of a thing on car journeys. Was it? Yeah, you could get like a little flashlight for it.
Flashlight. Let's see.
There was something you picked up from like GameStop here, but back home it was just game.
Are you serious? How is this not? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had the same thing for
It
like,
was
oh, like this basically.
yes,
Okay.
exactly
Okay.
that. Fucking yes.
Interesting.
Long car journeys because it didn't have like a backlight, so you needed something
Legend.
actually light it up.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, there's something about that kind of tech that I miss. Like I used to have a Walkman CD player.
Oh hell yeah!
Not this one, but it was a blue one. Oh, it was fancy as shit. Come on.
Oh wow wow
It
wow!
was basically, yeah, it was one of these.
That's pretty sick to be
It
fair.
was one of these. I used to carry it around. It was like a dinner plate.
$300 if you want to like scoop one of them up. That's never gone down in value.
Oh no, mine's probably already like in the recycling. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we threw it out. Yeah, I still got some cassette players though.
I was about to ask, did you ever have a cassette player?
Yeah.
Cassette players kind of banged though. They were like when you had like the headset that would go over like the American Cycle like headset.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
one of these.
Oh mate, you're balling. The iPod Shuffle with no screen on it, so you didn't know the song. You just had to shuffle through.
I never understood that. I didn't get the appeal. It's like, okay, so your music is always on shuffle, so you're
Oh,
just
yeah.
endlessly skipping.
Oh yeah. You don't want order. You don't. It is like an amazingly small package,
Or this one.
which is kind of fun. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had this one too. What was the actual like size of the memory there?
Memory. I can't imagine much, but you don't need much from me. Yes, 2
2
gig.
gigs?
But I mean, you only need music. You're just filling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like 10 albums, something like that.
No, for 2 gig, really?
Yeah, songs are usually like between. Yeah, if we'll do the math. Where's the trusty calculator? Let's say it's like 5 megs each, and then you have,
No.
if you have 2 gigs, so it's 2,000. Well, divided by 5, yeah. Oh wait, Jesus, I put a decimal. There we go.
400 songs? No.
Yeah. Basically that, yeah. If you get like low quality, it could be like
Yeah.
2 or 3 megabytes. Sure,
Oh.
that'll up it. But yeah, like
We're
only a
doing
couple hundred
YouTube
songs.
to MP3. We're not paying money for this. It's not like iTunes quality.
Did you ever buy iTunes or like, any music
Yes,
off iTunes?
yes.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, and there was I remember they used to do iTunes Christmas as well. The 12 days of Christmas where they give you a free gift on iTunes.
Oh really?
They gave away like what was it, a Kings of Leon album or like free songs in a music video.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
I never did that. I bought like some CDs from like library, but I never like actually bought from iTunes. I just thought it was stupid. I'm like, I'm gonna rip the songs. Like, I don't
yeah.
give a shit. Yeah.
Well, my library had like a whole CD rack, so I'd like go and borrow them in my library card, put them on my computer, rip them, and just give them
hell
back.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the right move. Yeah, because how do you can't really stop that unless you
No.
like put some security on it or whatever. Like nobody's gonna do that. Yeah.
They're still getting a CD. I'm getting free music. Like the world works.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you we were in? So the library they used to have like a room with just maybe like a dozen computers around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was somewhere we'd go. You know, when it's pissing or rain or there's snow, we'd just sit in the library and chill. And me and my friend watched the entirety of Bruno on like a janky, like there was no sort of like security or anything.
Of
So we were,
course.
yeah, we were just on like I don't know, like a weird like video film watcher. Bruno had been out like a week. Like we were on the janky software watching it, and then there was just that scene where he like flips the cock around, and there was just a library full of people. We had like 2 headphones sharing it, just pissing ourselves. Yeah, yeah. We used to play Tribal Warfare. There would just be a
Tribal
whole
Warfare?
room of us playing that. Waiting 2 days to send somebody a stick. Yeah,
Oh, this one.
Tribal
yeah,
Wars,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you literally, if your villages were far enough apart, you would have to wait 48 hours to send like one soldier or like a single like piece of wood.
I guess it's realistic.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, that was the shit. Oh yeah, and then you would be away at school and your tribe would just get raided and you'd come back and you'd be like, fuck, need to start this again.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I think once you got to like a certain level, you were just on the map, so anybody could just come and raid you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would just or you would just secretly like distract your friend and like raid them.
Interesting. Yeah, no, libraries was probably like that for us too. I remember, I don't know, just going after school or whenever, just going to play games or in the summer.
Yeah.
That was fun. But now whenever I go to the library and I see that, Dude, I've seen a guy just watch porn, just straight up in the library that's nearby, the Central Toronto,
Yeah.
right? It's huge. You walk
Yeah.
in. I don't know if you've ever been, but like there's all these rows of computers and then 4 floors.
Wow.
And yeah, I was walking by and I just see this guy watching porn. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, fuck it, like.
Thank you for not saying anything, by the way. Thanks for not noticing me.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Eh.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's-
it's nuts. It's crazy.
That's kind of fun though. There's one dude just doing a CV, a mum trying to like learn parenting tips, and then my guy's just watching porn.
They're just going for it, yeah. Or like YouTube videos or like Instagram models. They'll just be browsing that, yeah. Yeah.
YouTube blurs the lines. YouTube, like, yeah, you can search on YouTube. It's got some funky stuff on it.
Oh yeah, they'll have porn. There's porn that gets uploaded, then it gets
yeah.
taken down.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of shit. There's even child sexual pornography on it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the whole wave going round where there was just dudes killing animals on YouTube, or like?
I don't remember about a wave. Like I'm sure there's videos, but
Yeah, no, I mean like whole YouTube channels were like finding a pet that he was the one that actually abused and then like pretending to rescue it. That was bad. That was.
I've heard of that, but I never like
Yeah.
seen any channels.
Oh yeah, there was like channels based on that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of like the rainforest construction where like there was just like
Oh,
machinery,
yeah.
bro.
Or the what is it? Those guys that build the houses out of clay.
Oh mate, you actually can't be annoyed at them because they're kind of getting the bag or getting the views. Like you can't be mad at that.
Is it clay or?
I imagine if
building?
you've given some money to them, you can be pretty upset. But apart from that,
Yeah, there it is.
oh damn.
That I don't want to get copyright struck. Yeah, it's just these guys that.
Oh my man. Wait 10 minutes, the bulldozer's coming. My man's getting an auger brought back in.
Yeah, they make it look like it's legit, but when you think about it, like you gotta have a crew for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they already they started with 2, now it's 3.
Hmm. Oh my god. Man's got a resort built with nothing but clay, hard work, and a whole ass construction team.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's like that's all still water. So like, that's just gonna go bad unless someone
yeah.
maintains it. Like they already have hills of sand all around them, like ready to just get pushed in.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Family channels are quite unhinged as well. They just like
The kid that reviews the toys. Have you seen that one?
What's his name? No, he's got a really generic name, is he not?
He's like this young Asian kid.
I wanted to say Jake.
Yeah,
Ryan's World. Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll have not made a penny. His mum and dad will have hoovered that up.
2 billion. Dude, or even the
wow.
you ever see the Elsa Spider-Man like weird like kids
Oh,
like the
yeah.
ones where they like dress as like the characters and they do this weird have you ever seen that?
I've heard of it. It's one of those like I'm sure I've seen reviewed or. Oh yikes.
Yeah, they're just these weird like just people that like dress in the costumes and they have these weird storylines and
Yikes.
it's just like filmed in somebody's apartment. Like a bunch of these 20-year-olds just got together and thought it would be a way to make money.
It'd be a great money maker just the children's content. The bar is so low, the numbers are so high.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of these. Like they're still making videos.
Stopped a year ago. So they just fall. Yeah.
Yeah, and then their kid that like
Yikes.
doesn't understand. Like that kid does not know how to say
No.
a single word in whatever language they speak. Like that is way too young to understand. And yeah,
Who's the 3 AM content guy? What's his
the
name?
who?
He's still going ahead with the
like
mystery
3
box at 3 AM. Like the guy, and he's got the old Joker tattoos and just ha 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 written up his arm.
Is it Luke Davidson?
No, it's like I think he's from like Brazil or like he's yeah.
Yeah, the text chats and yeah, all this kind of stuff.
Like calling Mickey Mouse at 3 AM, really scary.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
You could probably just put in calling it, yeah, or calling Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, like these.
He was kind of iconic though. Do not order the wicked happy. 5 million views. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The besties, mate, they're kind of killing it. Do not order the Grinch Happy Meal after 3 a.m. Mate, a 25-minute video on that, 2.5 million views. They're raking it in.
Well, not like the millions of views. They make a lot less now than they did before.
Do they?
Yeah, they like YouTube. They've made it more difficult for people to get paid out like that. So then the creators they pivot to merch,
Yeah.
or crypto,
Yes.
or any other way to make money. And like that's a shitty thing about making content these days. That like this this channel is a dime a dozen. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's so many of them
Oh yeah.
that competing with that is like, well, you either sell out or you just do your own thing and then eventually accumulate enough people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people selling out in like the weirdest way. Like, yeah, like shit like this. Like, who the fuck watches that?
Oh yeah. All 26 minutes of Pink versus Blue shopping challenge. 3.5 million views though, crazy. You know, do you know who Paul Breach is?
Paul Breach.
He's a fun loco. He's
This guy?
he's a British guy, yeah. Oh yeah.
Is his channel wiped?
No, I don't think he'll be allowed to post.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened with him?
All of him will be re-uploads. Oh, you'd have to watch it to like. He's just incredibly creepy, and he
Hold on.
all of,
Who is?
I you could borderline pedophile, but also also just so terribly like funny and embarrassing and cringy. Like he just
Interesting.
yeah. He's known for like he's doing TikTok dancing videos at 40-year-old, and then he's reading the news and he's like, "Oh, plane crashed in Tanzania," and then he just goes back to like singing and dancing. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, that's a really famous video.
42-year-old British TikTok content creator from Lincoln, UK, who gained internet notoriety through his cringe-worthy
Oh yeah.
dance videos and controversial behavior. He first went viral in 2021 with an original song,
I don't know if I can sing it, but I know the words.
which became. Of course, you can sing it, dude. Oh, dude, this
More
this
like,
is no holds barred. We don't give a shit here.
no, it's more cringy because he's song.
Oh, that's
it's
what you
so
meant. Okay.
embarrassing. It was, I think it was his name is Jack. He plays the football. He's in the. It's just so embarrassing, and he's like 40 fucking year old. Like, he's got an 18-year-old son posting on TikTok and like, just getting absolutely laughed upon. Jack Grealish was yes, his name is Jack.
What? Is there no volume?
My brain would have honestly repressed it. He's 40. He's 40-year-old, mate. Like, he's got a son.
You remember?
Okay. Wait. So where's the controversy then?
I think when he was 29, he got like a 16-year-old pregnant, and a lot of who he is just like geared towards like young women, and like luring them in. So he basically tries to make himself seem so silly, and like there's a darkness with him where he tries to seem so embarrassing, and you can't take him seriously, so that he
Yeah.
can like start conversations like 14-year-old girls and stuff like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
16-year-old girl, and she gave birth to his child in 2008.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he was like 29, 27, 28 years old. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So now that kid's like 18 watching his dad do like TikTok dancing. Yikes. Mate.
Wow. He was a healthcare assistant.
Oh yeah, he was a care worker and he got fired because he was all allegedly. I'm not.
Inappropriate behavior with vulnerable patients.
He was like kissing them. Like that's
kissing, hugging, and holding
Yeah.
hands with those under his care. And he was fired for refusing to delete his TikTok page. Wow.
Yeah, he was known for like randomly going to UK towns and just walking around and people just, you know, reacting like the British public would. Yeah.
That is very strange. Oh, he was banned in 2023.
Oh yeah, he's been banned like everywhere, and he just keeps popping back up every now and then.
There's a petition that was created calling for his removal from all social media platforms. I mean, honestly, yeah, that's
yeah.
like, cancel that person.
yeah.
Don't cancel the guy that's caught on a hot mic saying some spicy words.
yeah.
Cancel this guy. What the fuck? This guy's a legit predator.
Oh, yeah,
he should.
yeah.
His access to internet should absolutely be limited.
With
yes.
like a pattern of behavior of like trying
Yeah.
to lure people.
And his job too. Like,
Oh,
are you
yeah.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, cancel that guy. Fuck.
I don't know how I feel, but it's quite funny that we live in a world where there is an actual diddler. Like the diddler was just a year ago was just running around diddling. Like he literally calls them fucking freak offs. There's that video when he's in like a fucking Joker outfit. The diddler was just alive. He was even part of the world. Like that isn't some like part of like a cartoon or anything. There was an actual diddler.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that is nuts. That he was able to get away with it for so long, and like Oprah was just like friends with him. Like just
he had names for it. He had the baby oil. Like he was set up. He was like traveling around just diddling and getting other people to diddle. Yeah.
yeah.
He was there was an actual villain just like popping up on the Ellen show.
Yeah, where's that one video?
Oh,
of,
the clown pops up.
No. Ellen show. Diddy. No, there's one where it's like there's a boss music.
Oh,
You
when
ever
he's
heard of this
walking
one?
towards the kids.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
Thursday, I was completely wrong, wasn't I? I had the dates wrong all this time. Did he come on out?
Yeah. The Undertaker theme music comes on. I've never seen him that happy before or after. Fucking diddler.
She's got cancer too.
Nice.
Yikes.
It's kind of like Jimmy Savile. It's like this man that looks like an absolute predator. We're just gonna let him walk around children's hospitals.
Yeah, Jimmy Savile has like a cartoonishly like ugly face,
Oh yeah, he was a wicked man. Wicked.
and not in a good way.
No. No.
Like actually in the proper use of the word
Oh
wicked.
yeah. Oh yeah. Like
You-
that photo alone, like check his hard drive, you know?
Have you seen the documentary with him with Louis
Have
Theroux?
I seen it? I've seen the revisited and the first and the revisited. Yeah. And then that in the second one where they're like going through it and going talking to victims after he dies and stuff.
Yeah.
And Louis asked the woman that like got abused by Jimmy when she was young, and he was like, what do you think about it? She was like, I think you were stupid. I think you were naive. You gave him a platform, and in every way he tricked you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think Louis knew he was an interesting person. You know, I think Louis has an eye for weird people.
Well, there's that, and I mean, I don't know how much of the like. I understand like him having a feeling around like how responsible am I for creating his image. I get it, right? He's got a huge audience. There's a lot of people that see the documentary. Totally understand that thought, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but the BBC had him on, for like
yeah.
a show.
The Queen was friends with him.
Yeah, like wasn't he knighted? Was
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, you what? Because Louis Theroux is like the last guy to interact with him in a very very public way that like it falls on him. It's like no, it's like all those people at the hospitals that ignored it.
Yeah.
Like all those people that heard the complaints from the parents because there were a couple cases where like people actually spoke up. Like, what about them?
There's a comedian I like. He has a good joke about Jimmy Savile because he used to run marathons.
Jimmy Savile used to
He used to run like a lot of marathons for charity.
hunting for victims.
So his joke was like, the kid would like run away from Jimmy Savile, get out of the hospital. He'd run as far as his little legs would take him. He'd run some more. He'd pass out, but he didn't know. Jimmy Savile has a 26-mile radius. He's coming for. He'll catch you.
That's why he was training. Fuck yeah! I can't say that we've had anyone like that here in
I was about to
Canada.
ask. Like America has Bill Cosby. We've got Jimmy Savile. Who's the Canadians? Who's your predator?
There's been a couple incidents. There was one that was kind of weird. I think it wasn't Edward Solomon, but there was a recent case of a CBC anchor. Story of CBC. news person who accused their colleague of sexual assault. My spelling is atrocious.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, there's a recent one where I don't know the entire details of it, but apparently the woman said like he choked her in bed, and that was the extent of it.
Yikes.
Yeah, so there was a sexual assault charge against him that was withdrawn. Instead, it was. Wait, hold on. Catherine Borrell, a CBC employee, accused Gian Gomeshi of sexual assault and inappropriate workplace behavior over a 3-year period. Borrell alleged that Gomeshi made it clear to me that he could do what he wanted to me and my body, and documented at least 3 incidents of physical touching without consent. Okay. In 2016, he formally apologized for sexually inappropriate behavior as a part of a peace bond agreement, which resulted in the sexual assault charge against him being withdrawn. So this came after he had already been acquitted in 2016 on 4 other counts of sexual assault and 1 of choking in a separate trial. Okay, so the choking one was separate.
It's not quite date raping some pudding though, is it? Like, it's not quite Bill Cosby where he's like racking up victims, just putting like Rohypnol in the pudding.
Yeah, it wasn't like that, but like so this is at least like one of the top like profile cases that we saw, especially because of the CBC. So they're trying to clean house, I figure. But yeah, it says here Burrell, so the victim, explained her decision to accept the apology rather than proceed to the trial, stating that a trial would have maintained his lie, the lie that he was not guilty, and it would have further subjected me to the very same pattern of abuse that I'm currently trying to stop. So that's why she didn't want to go to trial? That doesn't seem very black and white to me.
Maybe she got that little like check for the door, made it a little easier not to go to trial.
Well, okay.
A little knock on the door, a little like, hey,
I
you
don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved with lawyers. Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know what happened, or who the fuck knows. But another weird one is actually the Weinstein case.
Oh.
I heard recently, and this doesn't absolve him in any way. And I genuinely don't know the details of like the actual accusations. I've only heard like clips from the news. But apparently there were a couple cases that were put against him where women were like describing the shape of his penis or his balls, and they couldn't get it because he got gangrene in the early 2000s on his dick. So it's so badly misshapen that like you would not forget it at all.
Not for money, but not for anything. But pull up fucking. Are you telling me a man with that face had a like disformed dick?
Oh yeah.
God hated that man.
Yeah, Harvey. Okay.
You're telling me he had that face and like a fucked up dick? He was definitely fucking then. He had to do something to feel like he wasn't an actual orc.
Yeah, I guess. Were thrown out
Yikes.
because they were false accusations.
Are you telling me my man had like a witch's finger down there?
Women didn't. Something like it, yeah.
Like an actual like, mushroom just sort of going off to the side. Yeah. My man had like a dog's chew toy down there.
Let's see if AI will tell us. But yeah, apparently it's like hooked or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh man. Imagine having that face and that dick and you're like... Yikes.
Yeah, he went out of surgery in 1999 for gangrene.
Who do you get gangrene in the dick?
I have no clue, but
Yeah.
it resulted in his testicles being surgically relocated from his scrotum to
Where
his,
did they get relocated to?
to his inner thighs.
Are you telling me they not only got fucked by Harvey Weinstein, they had to see his thigh balls? Holy, what a shame.
None of the Jane Does will describe his anatomy perfectly.
Mate, could you imagine the interview? Sat down with the person like, where were his balls? Now answer the question. Where were his balls?
Yeah, so rather than accusations being thrown out, Weinstein's defense attorneys used inconsistencies in anatomical descriptions to challenge the credibility of accusers.
They literally were like,
Yeah.
where do you think they are?
Yeah. Apparently,
Are you telling me Harvey Weinstein had thigh balls?
Jane Doe 2 described his penis as looking as it had been chopped off and sewn back off. Like something wasn't right about it. And testified, I didn't really see a full sack. I literally just saw a penis. It's like shifted to the left a little bit.
Sewn it back. Some surgeons like fuck Harvey Weinstein. Sewn his balls back on. Holy.
Yeah, it was later overturned. Yeah, his charges were overturned in 2024.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So how long before Weinstein is freed then? Because there's got to be like a certain time when he's actually going to be freed.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Unlikely to be freed anytime soon and may spend the rest of his life in prison.
Damn.
But I thought the charges were overturned. Oh, his California conviction, which stands independently of his overturned New York conviction. Oh, okay. So in 2022, sentenced to 16 years. He's 73 years old. So if he comes out, he's going to be 90.
With a misshapen dick and balls on his thighs.
You think he'll get...
Still something swinging, like looking for actresses, like, hey honey.
Do you think he's going to be like let out on good behavior?
I think he's gonna get let out in sympathy. I think there's this sad piece of shit. Yeah, I good behavior. Has he had good behavior? Did he have good behavior in the wild? Quentin Tarantino seemed to like him. Does that indicate good behavior? Yeah.
Yeah, he knew everybody.
Oh yeah. Do you notice that? That's look wow. Oh. Just sitting there, balls taped to the thigh, dick misshapen, like I fucked some of the hottest actors. Oh no.
Oh wow, he was with
No.
what's her face?
Yikes.
Jennifer
Jen
Lawrence. Yeah.
Hillary Clinton. Or is she maybe Hillary Clinton? Begin Hillary cunt on the thigh. Oh. Whole bottle of vodka as well. Imagine someone sucking his dick and he's like, now lick the balls, they're on the thigh.
Oh no.
Oh.
What's his name? Aziz Ansari. Oh.
Yeah. Didn't he? Oh, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's Quentin.
Yeah.
Paltrow, Oprah.
Yikes. Wow.
Oh,
Heidi
yikes.
Klum. Yikes.
Did everyone really know? Yeah, no fucking
yeah.
shit, BBC. Yes, of course. Dude, these people, their whole thing is based on clout.
Oh yeah.
It's just what you know and who you know. You don't think people were just like gossiping?
Oh,
like
yeah.
even if it's not the made celebrities, an assistant will see like fucking there's a car for Harvey Weinstein at my client's office at 7 a.m. That's
Old
strange.
five balls is rolling in. Like, let's get the baby oil out. There's gonna be a freak off after this afternoon.
Yeah, like oh wow, she's getting a lot of contact from Harvey Weinstein's people. That's very strange. Oh wow, so sudden.
Yikes. Where do you stand on Michelle Obama, Michael Obama? Big Mike.
You know, I used to never think it, and then there's that one video of her dancing on Ellen where you can see there's something there, and you're like, okay, well,
Big Mike.
either they just decided to like hang a loose mic controller there, which like,
Pussy Mike.
why would you do that? Because
a queef Mike.
you could just like, you could just put it on like their back or like whatever. I don't know why you would do that.
Oh,
it's very strange.
they wanted to hear the noise of the queef as she's dancing. They wanted the microphone just to hear the pussy.
It is like I know we're joking around, but like it looks weird, man. It looks weird.
Oh, imagine she just has a piercing dangling down like an earring.
No, not shopping. Yeah, where's the? Yeah, here it is.
Big Mike.
Hold on. Hold on.
Big Mike, yes. Big Mike, Big Mike.
Come on. What? Do I have to? Oh, really? Is this actually the only clip? There's got to be another one.
I thought it was. Oh hell yeah! They were going that Uptown Funk.
God damn it! Is there not a higher version?
Oh no.
Because there was one that was like zoomed in, you could see it better.
Oh wow, big.
Uh,
Ah,
right there, yeah. Like,
Mr. Mike.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the pants, but where's that? Hold on. Michelle Obama. There's got to be a compilation of them.
Oh,
Is there? No. It's just fucking influencers.
damn.
But where's the? Come on. There's got to be a. There's got to be a compilation somewhere. Maybe Twitter will have it.
Oh, there's Big Mike.
Yeah, like there's a clear like line here.
Oh, Mike.
What about the Doesn't it look like what was it? They said that it was Obama's friend growing up.
Oh yeah, Michael. That literally the name was like Michael. Yeah.
Oh, his name is Michael.
That's why he gets called Big Mike. Yeah, that's like to the left. That's meant to be like
No, that's them.
the Big Mike. Oh, they love taking on the like traces off.
Oh, that's her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like he scrapes the cum stains from Big Mike off. You need to wipe the internet as well and get rid of the traces.
maybe.
Oh.
What do you make of that? Of the thing that Trump got famous for, the truther thing?
The truther thing?
How he was saying that Barack Obama is not he's not American, he's Kenyan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Joan Rivers got cancelled for talking about Big Mike as well.
Well, she died shortly afterwards.
Yeah. The ultimate cancelling. Complete cancelling. Oh yeah, because I remember that, and then Barack Obama showed the video of Simba in Lion King getting lifted up as his like birth video.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
What?
so not Barack Obama fucking embarrassed Donald Trump. That's meant to be his like origin story, at
No, I
least for
remember
becoming
that, yeah.
president. But yeah, and he just shows like ha nahenya and like Simba. Yeah, at like a proper sit down dinner where it was like $1 million a table.
No, I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to show the audio
Yeah.
just in case.
Oh yeah, but Donald Trump got humility because that's in the room. They're literally laughing at him.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
dinner where like they have all the journalists come by, and that's the whole point of it. And yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple scenes where like that dinner is infamous, and I love that. I love that for Donald Trump story. What was it called? The correspondence dinner Trump. There's got to be a compilation.
Yeah, Obama roast Trump at the top. Oh, I'm grabbing a beer.
Yeah, I bet it.
Ah, nahenya, the cat is sleeping.
Now, where's this?
Ha nahin na ha.
Isn't going. Oh yeah, this is a legendary video. A compilation of all the times that people clown Trump that he's never gonna win, and that he'll never make it.
Just last week, he confirmed the National Review that he's again
Ah, stupido. Do it. Oh, I can't stand him.
Me neither.
He's quite a weasel.
He certainly is.
Donald Trump is a clown. Does anybody seriously think that Donald Trump is serious about running for president?
Donald Trump, he's a clown.
Apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
She's a bit of a ghoul.
She is.
Yeah. She's like eating some souls.
She certainly looks like it.
Perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point. At real Donald Trump.
At least I'll go down as a president.
Real Donald Trump. At least I will go down as a president.
kind of a good clapback though. Like,
At the time.
oh yeah. And then Donald Trump got the ultimate clapback.
So right now we have voters about 75 or 80% favor the different versions of what this
It's closing.
dating in Florida, Lindsay dating in North Carolina, Lindsay dating in Ohio, Lindsay dating in Nevada. I could go on and on and on.
Please do.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president.
Ooh. Stephen Colbert.
He's an ass. Stephen Colbert's an ass.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, he's winning it all.
Yeah. Wow, yikes.
Get fucked. It's just going and going.
Sorry to keep you waiting, complicated business.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your election. This is our election now. This is our country.
It was incredible how a lot of people didn't think that was going to happen. A lot of people worldwide didn't think that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To all of the
Yeah.
Trump haters, all of the Hillary Clinton supporters, all of the people that said that my Trump was going to lose. So I say to you this morning, the day after the election,
It's too good, man. It's too good. I remember when I stayed up to watch the election, and then I passed out, and I wake up, and I see that Trump won. I just started laughing. I was like, no way. It feels like a dream.
Oh, it did. I think
It
for
was
everyone it
awesome.
felt like a dream. Yeah. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, because Hillary was kind of seen as a lesser two evils, but she was always seen as like the shitty option as well. She was never seen as like a good option.
She's seedy as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that I love that Trump appended that. I don't care about like his specific policies. I love that he showed the people that it was possible to give the establishment the middle finger. That I was able to just like absolutely tell them to go fuck themselves for everything that they've been doing thus far, and to just be like, all right, let's put someone else in. These people have had a shot. They've because the way that they come in, like nobody ever comes in like Trump. Trump came in as an outside candidate. He funded his own campaign or wherever he got funding from, right? He wasn't a senator before. He didn't have a seat in Congress. He wasn't like in any of these positions. He never ran for mayor. No politics, nothing. And then all of a sudden he runs as like a write-in candidate, and it becomes like to the point where he absolutely terrorizes his own party too.
Oh, yeah.
He just shat all over. Jeb Bush was supposed to be the next one, quote unquote, like, you know, through the family ties and everything. And yeah, he put a stop to all that. Put a stop to like not Romney, but whoever else that ran in that. Like Chris Christie, he just called him fat enough times, and that did him in.
Oh yeah. Trump's like press conferences or those debates, they were wild. Yeah.
They were fun. They were legendary. I remember listening to them like on the way home. I'd be taking the bus and I'd just be laughing to myself just because like he just kept like being like, "No, shut up, bitch." Yeah, because that like absolutely like people can only take so much until they're like, well, okay, you guys kind of rigged the game against us, so we're gonna take matters in our own hands. And if you don't like the guy that we're pushing forward, well, too fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
Like go fuck yourself. It's not on the onus isn't on the people. The onus is on the people that fucked it up before them. It's like Trump didn't come in a vacuum. It didn't just like come out of nowhere. He came as a result of like certain things happening beforehand.
He was part of the system as well. He was part of that like big club. He just kind of went out and like, yeah. I think he gave everyone a little bit of a window into that as well. And it added a hell of a lot of like confusion and uncertainty and yeah. It just kind of force of nature just came out of nowhere sort of.
I love him for it. I like that's why I rate Trump. He's like one of the most entertaining people to watch in our time that we have on this planet. Like easily one of the funniest fucking like people that you could have in that position of power.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's definitely entertaining. Like I don't think many people disagree. Like he's fun to watch. He's funny to watch. Like he didn't approach it like a politician whatsoever. He approached it like an entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They released that Hollywood Access tape of him talking about how he can grab women by the pussy, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we don't give a shit. Like we don't care."
Oh yeah, that did nothing to hurt him. No. Any other candidate that would kill them, but like they expected it from Trump.
Yeah.
Grab him by the pussy, yeah.
Yeah, nobody. He fucked a porn star and he paid.
Oh
using like campaign donations. Like, yeah, we don't care.
Oh yeah, what is Melania Trump like thinking? Like, where is she? Is she okay? Like,
no, she's Eastern European. She's fine.
Oh, yeah.
She's making her own moves on the side. I bet. I mean, look, I don't know anything about the relationship.
Oh, she'll be fucking the pool guy. She'll be like squirreling away money. Like, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that depends. Like, depends on like after the assassination and everything like that. That was wild. How it just like still to this day we don't know what happened.
It seems weird. It seems botched. Like, it seems like he fucked up the shot, you know?
Well, the first guy, like, his apartment was professionally scrubbed. There was no silverware.
Oh, wow.
There was nothing. Like, people, like, I don't know how, but, like, I guess investigators or whatever, like, they went to the house afterwards, and there was absolutely nothing. And then somehow, I also don't know, like, to what extent this is true, but apparently there was cell phone data that showed visits from that house to a known, like, either CIA or FBI base.
Yikes.
Between, like, going back and forth. So it's like, okay, are these people investigating him as a potential shooter, or are they in any way like otherwise involved? Because it's like they said that the reason they couldn't have cops up there or anyone like the Secret Service is because it was a sloped roof. And it's like, what? He was fine.
Yeah, he was chilling, man.
Yeah, he was fine.
They got shot, yeah.
And the other weird thing was that there was a flag above him which showed the direction of the wind.
Yeah.
So if the guy was smart enough, he could actually like calculate that and take that into accordance with his shot. And he I don't even think he had a scope. I think he was using iron sights.
My man was no scoping a shot at the president.
Well, he was also there like 2 hours before the rally with a viewfinder.
Oh. Mate, if you rock up 2 hours before the rally, like just working out the shot, like oh yeah, mate, you've got to watch that guy.
That's what I mean.
You're pulling out a binocular, like
the Secret Service, like chief, whatever the fuck her name is, didn't even go to the crime scene that day.
Yikes.
At all.
No.
Didn't go to the crime scene. I think she eventually like, got fired or like stepped down, but like it took time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, dude, that's a clear fuck up. Like we haven't had like when's the last time we actually had an assassination attempt?
And it just kind of was like, oh, he survived, and then just moved on. Yeah.
And then there was that second one where he was just hiding in the golf course and he just happened to get lucky and potentially had a shot at him.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a second one.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a second one.
Well, the second one's even weirder because the guy that did it, he has quite the social media footprint, and there's video of him standing in like Washington D.C., like around the memorials, collecting signatures for people to sign up and go over to fight to Ukraine.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he did that for like I guess a living or whatever the fuck, but apparently he's also potentially CIA affiliated.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's very strange. I don't know if they would. You can't really say you don't know if they would really try to do that because they already did that with JFK. So like, how are you gonna? The door's kind of been opened on that one.
Oh yeah, the CIA and like FBI. You don't know if they're working for or against America, or if they're almost like their own thing. You know. Really sketchy.
I think they're looking at like an idea of America's interests, but those interests don't align with the people. Like if they were investigating anything, they would investigate. There was this one incident where a team of like 5 guys, assumed ex-military, shot up a power station near a fairly populated area, and they were like they broke in. They didn't fully shut it down, but they fucked with one of the generators. And from all the information on the case, like nobody knows who did it. They were in and out.
Oh, wow.
They had patrolled the area like dozens of times before that. They figured out the security rotations and everything, and they just it was like a totally under the radar case, but you would think that like that's something they would investigate. Let me see. Attack on U.S. power station with no suspect. Story. Yeah, the Metcalf sniper attack.
Oh, wow.
An attack was carried out in 2013 on a Pacific Gas and Electric Company's Metcalf transmission substation in Coyote, California, which is near the border of San Jose. And they have a population of 1 million. The attack, in which gunmen fired on 17 electrical transformers, resulted in more than 15 million worth of equipment damage.
Oh, wow.
But it had little impact on the station's electrical power supply. In the morning, a team of gunmen using rifles opened fire. Prior to the attack, a series of fiber optic cables operated by AT&T were cut by the culprits. Additionally, following the attacks, investigators found small piles of rocks near to where the shots had been fired, the type of formations that can be used to scout firing positions.
Wow.
And there's a whole broken timeline of it.
So it was sophisticated, but they didn't do that much damage. So there was like an ulterior.
That's what I mean. I don't think they were like trying to like destroy it. I think they were just trying to like poke the bear and see what would happen for like a next level attack or whatever. But yeah, so former chairman of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, John Wellinghoff, stated that military experts informed him that the assault looked like a professional job, noting that no fingerprints were discovered on the empty casings. Holy shit. He described it as the most significant incident of domestic terrorism involving the grid that has ever occurred. In 2013. In an FBI, they stated that, in 2013, the FBI stated that they did not believe a terrorist organization was responsible. Yeah, so like this just happened. Fucking, okay, cool.
Not for nothing, but why do they have to tell us? Like, they don't have to make this known. They can just kind of, I'm sure some people will know and they'll tell stories to people they know. But there's no evidence. I don't have to tell us shit. As long as they keep the sports scores going and, you know, somebody's fucking somebody else's, the celebrities like having their moment, or a new movie's coming out, or Kanye said some crazy shit. Like, they don't have to tell us shit. Why do we have to know that the power grid got attacked? Like,
No, I get the point that you're making, but you would think that like if that organization, as you said, like it existed for the purposes of actually like looking out for the safety of people, then yeah, they would talk about stuff like this.
But the average family doesn't want to know that their power station almost got shut down. The average family wants to know that their team's not doing so badly and that they've got something to look forward to, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird because we have that up here too. Like you probably don't know this because, well, you weren't here then, but the Canadian Army got caught running psychological operations on people in Canada during COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were making fake posts on Facebook about like coyote or wolf attacks and seeing what would happen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they got told to fucking stop doing that and they didn't follow the order.
I was about to say, is that bad? They're just being like, oh guys, MDC is fucking coyote like 1 AM and just seeing what happens, testing the waters.
I guess that's basically it, but Canada does have like some weird intelligence stuff too. Like we actually, this is a deep cut. You definitely don't know about this. A Chinese chemical scientist spy, for lack of a better term, I don't know the actual like what her profession is, but she was working in the most secure lab in Canada, level 5 or whatever the hell. During COVID.
Yep.
And there were samples that were sent back to China that I don't think they have confirmation of what the sample was, but stuff that you wouldn't just be able to walk into the lab and take. And she later escaped back to China and then is now working as their head of like chemical warfare.
Yay.
And this happened during the pandemic in Canada. And this is just it wasn't even a national story. Nobody gave a shit. Like, Nothing.
Oh, the
Absolutely
Tiger,
nothing.
The Tiger King was pretty good though.
The Tiger King was pretty good. Let me see
Um,
if I can find it. Chinese chemical.
The Chinese are sneaky.
scientist,
Like, actual Chinese government, they're fucking sneaky. They're not stupid.
Winnipeg lab and later joined China's
Sneaky.
chemical warfare unit story.
Damn.
Yes, they are very sneaky. But yeah, this is a real scandal. Yeah, Dr. Zhang Guo, or however the fuck you pronounce her name. She was a virologist who was fired from Canada's National Microbiology Laboratory in Winnipeg for security breaches, and later surfaced working with Chinese military researchers. It involved biological research, not chemical warfare, and the scientists worked with infectious diseases and viruses rather than
Yikes.
chemical weapons. Okay, well, you dip the bullet in it, it becomes a chemical weapon. Like, what do you what do you want me to say?
A bullet's pretty dangerous itself, though.
Yeah. Well, because they used to dip arrows in shit. As like
Wow.
early chemical warfare.
So then it would infect them.
Oh yeah, then you die. That's it.
Yeah,
There's no antibiotics back then, so you would like
No.
if you didn't treat the cut, if you didn't like wash it out, and even like what kind of soap did they have back then? They just boiled pig fat, and what did they even combine it with? I don't even
Flowers.
know.
For a second.
I guess like I don't even know what you'd combine it with, but yeah, in 2019, her husband, and several students were escorted out of Canada's only level 4 laboratory in Winnipeg.
Wow.
The facility is designed to handle the world's most dangerous pathogens, including Ebola and other deadly viruses. Yep. Allegations, yeah, CSIS, unauthorized collabs, suspicious shipments. Yeah, 4 months before their eviction, a shipment containing Ebola and Nipah viruses was sent to the NML to China's Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Damn. Imagine that got mixed up in like shipping.
That's what I mean.
Somebody just ends up with Ebola, just like fuck, eh?
Well, not just that, but like this is, I think. Hold on, let me see. Does the timeline of the shipping of Ebola come before COVID-19 pandemic? Because this is the other thought that I had. I was like, so are we complicit in making the virus because we had 2 scientists ship out Ebola? Like, did they somehow, was that work?
The fact you can just ship out Ebola, yeah, 2019.
Oh my God.
Yikes. To a year before almost. Because COVID happened about at least it hit us 13th of March. But Ebola's heavy. COVID was kind of chill. I mean, not like chill, like people died, but like...
The first cases of COVID occurred in October, November.
Oh yeah, that was in Wuhan, yeah. Because I remember I was working for a Chinese company when COVID hit. And they were telling us like in December, so it hit us in March. I think Italy was like late February, UK was March.
Italy was wild.
Yeah, but in China, they were December at least. Like before the new year, they had locked themselves down. And it wasn't worldwide news, but we knew because we were talking to Chinese folk. They were telling us, yeah. Their whole like company got shut down for like a week. And they were working from home. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
America definitely had a hand in it.
You reckon?
No, it's proven. They never. Okay, so this is basically like the timeline. Dr. Fauci, who was like the national like health representative during the whole COVID thing, chief pandemic specialist, whatever his title was, he works for an organization called the NIH. I think it's the National Institute of Health. And they disperse funding to universities, to independent labs, to pharmaceutical companies, to essentially help research new drugs, new chemicals, antivirals, all that kind of stuff. Well, they also do this thing called gain-of-function research. Gain-of-function just basically means a virus, like doing research so that a virus can gain a function. So it could become more pathogenic, it could affect different parts of the body.
There's no way that can't be evil.
Well, so their argument for this, Fauci's argument, when he was on the stand in front of, I think it's Rand Paul or one of the Pauls, the
Rue, Jake.
No, because Rand Paul has, I think he has a son who's in Congress, and oh no, it is Rand Paul. Sorry, my mistake. Rand Paul, his dad is, oh, come on, who's his dad? It's got to be here.
Who's your
Ron Paul.
father?
Ron Paul.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's his. Yeah. His father. Yeah. Ron Paul. They're among the most interesting politicians to watch in the U.S. This guy's very smart. He's actually a doctor. He's not like the fucking mouth breather. But basically, what happened was the NIH is connected to all these organizations that do all this research, and also the universities that publish the papers. They also do a lot of work overseas, so they will fund your stuff overseas as well. And they had a contract with the Wuhan lab of virology in Wuhan, China, and they would send them grant money to do research for them.
Yeah.
I think part of it is because the U.S. doesn't want to like do this stuff on its own soil, so it kind of outsources it to other people. Obama actually initially shut this down, this gain of function research, but then it later started, like, it got back up, like, by the time that he left his presidency. And so the whole point is to, like, make it so that your virus is more contagious, so that then you can create a cure for it, so that when it does come around, you got a cure for it.
Wow.
That's their argument.
So you sell the guns and the bullets. Wow.
I guess in that way, because, like, we may not pay for it. Like, they might, like, give it for free, but, like, those companies that develop it are going to get money for it, right?
Pfizer.
Yeah. A little wink there.
Johnson and Johnson.
I would assume so. So they did have a contract with the Wuhan Institute of Virology, and there's emails going back and forth about them talking like, okay, we need to make sure that nobody talks about this as if it's a lab leak. We need to make sure that this is like seen as the natural exposure theory, which is like them eating like bat soup or whatever the fuck. And the funny thing was, like, people called it racist, but it's actually more racist to think that COVID started because Chinese people eat bats than it is to say that the virus is of a Chinese origin because it came from a lab in China.
This is sounding like the man that hasn't eaten a bat. You ever eat a bat? Like, mate, that is not some good meat. You're eating some flying rat meat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think it was the bats, you know? Fuck a bat.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's the whole thing. So America did actually like fund a lab that did result in the release of COVID, and there's an argument to be made that the reason they kept it under wraps is because they didn't want their ties connected to it.
Bats are blind. Can you imagine how bad the protein is coming from like a blind animal? Could you imagine like some mole protein? Like no. Blind animals should not be eaten. I think God was like striking us down. They're like, you cannot be eating the bats. But no, it is strange. COVID always felt like there's something more going on, and I guess it's how far you go down that level. Can I roll a cigarette or cigarette?
Yeah, I'll roll you one. No problem.
No, I'd love to roll one. I've not rolled a cigarette in like a while. I used to be a serial smoker of the old cigarolis.
No problem. Let me go into some.
Or if you feel like getting it set up, I don't mind rolling it.
Yeah, no worries. I got you.
Yeah. I love rolling cigarettes.
But yeah, COVID, they actually did have ties to it.
How was your COVID?
It's very strange. Man, I enjoyed the first little bit of it, but I did not handle that well. COVID was a tough time. I was able to like have a job, thankfully, and like in Canada we got you got a paycheck every month.
Okay.
Which I don't know to what extent I agree with that, because like it's the problem that I had with it is that I just saw a lot of people going back on their word and back on what they said, that all this flipping and flopping between what was okay and what wasn't, and all the rule changes, to me it didn't seem like people were adapting to it based on like new knowledge. It seemed like people were doing the same thing that they do with like BLM or gay rights or anything like that, just flip-flopping for social currency and influence. And so when that starts to affect your life and you can't go anywhere, it puts a lot of resentment in your mind. And if you hold on to that and you're stuck in your room all the time and everything is canceled, and then the passports come around, so now you can't even you can't even leave the country. Technically, I was a prisoner in my own country for that time, and so was everyone else that didn't have a COVID passport. Like, I took the first shot. I believed in it. I thought, okay, you guys say this is one and done, then this is one and done.
It was the second shot. That's when people were like, oh, come on.
Oh, like, no, after that, I was like, oh, you guys are just, you're just fucking with me. You just change the goalposts whenever you want. I even regret getting the first shot, but
so
I had a family member that was having a child, so I was like, I don't know anything about this stuff, and I don't want to endanger that life, and I don't know what would happen, so like...
Oh yeah, I'm double shotted and boosted. Like I regret I'm not double shotted. I refused the booster. I just basically just like ignored that. I was like, nah, I'm done. Like I'll take the 2 and go. Yeah, but I had like family members that like fell out with each other over getting the shot and not getting the shot. Like, you know, brothers that just uncles that don't speak to each other now because they were on different sides. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tough time for people that couldn't make that work in their family. I mean, it was just a tough time overall. Like I remember one of the most vivid memories during COVID was I was going to like Metro or the LC or whatever. I was just going to the store in my neighborhood, and I have to enter this mall for it, and right as I'm about to hit the door, there's this old man in front of me, and he's about to open the door, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna keep walking. He'll open the door, I'll hold it, and then we'll just walk. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just doing it. And he just turns around and he yells at me. He's like, "You want to get any fucking closer?"
Wow.
And I was like,
yeah.
Relax.
Hey.
Like I just started laughing because it's just like that's just a normal reaction, just being that uncomfortable. I was like, dude, you're not gonna fucking die.
People are so scared.
Like especially the old people, and I kind of don't blame them, but like at the same time, it's like, dude, fucking relax. It's gonna be fine. But that's what they did. They put the fear of God in everyone.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
They just they just wanted people to comply, so they just made shit up. Like Joe Biden saying, for those unvaccinated, this is going to be a winter of death for you.
Wow.
The Toronto Star famously had a front page story from like comments from people saying like, "Oh, do we tolerate the unvaccinated?"
Yikes.
Or like, how do we go about like these people that aren't making that decision? And once I woke up to the fact that like, okay, these pharmaceutical companies are the same ones that are behind the opiate crisis.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Like they're literally the same ones. They're absolutely the same ones, or they're the ones that are putting money into it. Like these are not, these people are not to be trusted. And why are we trusting the government? They got it wrong. Here in Canada, they told us to not buy masks for the longest time. At the beginning of the pandemic, they went out on the news and they told people like, do not buy masks. And then it came out later. They admit to it. They were like, oh, because we didn't want to overwhelm the health service because those are people that actually need it. I was like, okay, well, say that.
Yeah.
Like that is, you're just, why would I have any reason to trust you on anything after that? And then when they said that like, oh, the vaccine is totally safe, and that pregnant woman in the UK like had a miscarriage or something.
Yeah.
I was like, it was like the first day that the vaccine came out, and I was like, oh, okay, I immediately don't trust it.
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh yeah. I kind of made COVID work for me, I guess. I just smoked a ton of weed and cigarettes, and like spent pretty much just degenerated the whole time, like tattooing myself.
Oh, you were
Tiger
tattooing
King.
yourself?
Yeah, watching Tiger King. You want one? Yeah, let me rock you one up as well.
By all means.
I was just kind it kind of highlighted to me, I guess, where I was then, and I don't know, it just made me realize I wasn't happy with where I was at. I wasn't happy with like, the relationship I was in, the job I was working, the city I was in. Like, I wasn't happy with like the degeneracy. Like,
No, I feel that. Yeah, that was basically my experience, but not about the city. But I just realized like I wasn't where I want to be in life, and I didn't do much during COVID. I just like I tried to like hang, especially when they like once they closed everything to non-vaccinated people. I was like, oh, okay, well, I can just walk around the city now and just like look at people doing stuff. Like,
wait,
great.
Have you got? Did you?
If you want to roll some weed, by all means.
I am. Yeah. No, I didn't do much. But I harbored a lot of resentment, but it was because I had to work a full-time job while working. I think I don't know. I grass is greener effect. I think it would have been better to have not. Oh.
I'll just have a straight tobacco for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can help yourself.
I guess the grass is greener effect. Like, I believe if I wasn't working, I'd more of a fun time.
Just so you know, for reference, that's twice as much as I put in the one in ours before. Just so you know the strength.
I'll survive. I'll just be a bit.
All right, fair enough.
And just like a little bit, a little kiss from God. A little kiss. But yeah, I harbored a lot of resentment because I was working from home. I was taking a lot of like shitty calls, working like 8-hour days, you know, awkward shifts where I had to be sat in a specific place.
Yeah.
I
Wearing a
wasn't.
mask.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to like leave the actual house without a reason, and then I had to sit at a desk and work. It was, yeah, it really felt like a jail. And then my girlfriend at the time was like playing Sims all day and like smoking weed and making coffee. So I was like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, there were people in my work that were smarter than me that just were like, I'm not coming in. So they didn't take their desk home. So they just got paid the whole of COVID and didn't even work. I
Wow.
got in trouble for that because I called that the fuck out. I was working 8-hour days, 40-hour weeks, like just getting dogs abuse in a call center job because everyone was angry and stuck at home and they were like, fuck it, what else do we do? Let's just call a call center. So I was doing that. And then there were people in my work that like understood that if they just coughed, everyone was taking their desk home, they wouldn't have to take their desk home, they can just chill. They still got like, I think they got 80% of the pay. So they only took like £100, £200 like pay cut. And I was
Wow.
getting like, yeah. And I was working full time for like an extra 100, 200 quid. Oh yeah,
Wow.
that drove me crazy. I got in real trouble with my work because I was the only one like, fuck that. Why am I like, can I just opt out? Just pay me and I don't have to work.
Wow. That's nuts. That people were just getting out of that. I'd heard of like stories of people just like fucking off of working and getting paid, but I never
Yeah.
knew anyone that actually did it.
Oh yeah. I remember I told somebody to do it, and it became a huge regret of mine. So it was a Tuesday, and we had to take our desks home on the Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And I said to this girl, I was like, hey, you know what? Imagine if you were just like, I'm not feeling well. Work will be like, don't you dare come in. Stay home. Don't have to take your desk home. You can just like ride this out and still get paid. That is exactly what she did. And
Huh.
I was the fucker that took my desk home. And that was when I resented because I was like, I told you to do that. And I wish I had done that. But then
That's the weed-free one?
Yeah.
You're
But
sure?
knowing me, I would 100%.
Okay.
But knowing me, I would have just got like stoned the whole time and just played COD. And it wouldn't have been good either way. So at least I had something to like focus the anger on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll pause the recording for now.
Cool. I'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll go with you. What's it called? Also, yeah, we're back.
Cool.
I started getting hits of like wanting to leave when I just found myself doing remedial tasks of just like repetition, and it gets to a point where you're just like, I'm reaching my 30s soon, and I'm filing papers and scanning shit, and like, what the fuck am I doing?
Oh yeah, I've hit that now where I'm like, I'm 30. At a certain point, I need to take a chance on myself and like something I actually love to do. Because if you're working minimum wage anyway, you might as well work minimum wage in something you like doing, you know, as opposed to just something you fell into. Always grateful at work. I don't do well if I've not got even just the simplest medium wage job to like go to. I need something to like anchor me,
Yeah.
to like make a schedule around and work around. But yeah, at a certain point it'd be really nice to like take a chance on myself. Do something I actually love that like, yeah.
You should. There's they're always hiring tree planters. You ever see those people?
No. What are they ever doing?
You can get paid thousands of dollars if you're actually good enough at your job because you get paid by tree. Let me see if I can find a video of it because there's a guy that was saying that what he does, and he's like on the higher level. Oh, not Tree Planet. It's got to be a reel of it. Is it this one? No, but they'll pay you like I think it's this one. But no, there's a video where a guy actually, he's going around and he talks about his career where he gets paid around 40K for like 3 months of work. Maybe I'm not gonna find it, but maybe YouTube will have something. But yeah, so you get sent out to like somewhere out in buttfuck nowhere, and you plant trees for the day, and then you do that for a couple weeks on end. Let's see here. Yeah, this is basically your job. Just dig holes and plant trees.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a nice way to give back for a while. Make some good money, and then keep it moving.
Well, where's the salary? What's the average salary? Because should be decent. Shouldn't be
Oh
too
yeah,
bad.
40,000. Oh yeah.
Yeah, entry level from 26 to 40K a year.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And like a really experienced person can earn 46. So like doing it for a summer, like it's not bad.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad. 7K for a season.
That's making some good money, and then you can keep it moving.
Yeah, and that gives you a lot of time to just like do something else, literally anything else.
Oh,
Like literally just focus on doing anything else. It gives you time to just pause. You know? Yeah, it makes anywhere from 20 to 50 an hour depending on the region.
oh yeah. That's pretty dope. Yeah. I think it would just be really fun to have a career as opposed to a job. But not like a crushing career. Like not like a lawyer or something you've just had to do and you know, it makes a lot of money but it doesn't make you happy. Yeah, if you want to take a chance on yourself, like, you must make it for like there's some joy there. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't see this the way that it works right now, like working out for not just me, but like a lot of the people that I know, like a lot of the people that hung around in uni, like good chunk of them ended up dropping out or doing literally anything else, and that's kind of that seems to be the story, especially for men. Like 'cause in post-secondary education, women are graduating on much higher rates or even completing school on much higher rates compared to men. And there's a lot of guys that I know that like just the system just like I don't know, it didn't work for them.
Yeah.
And even though they had like a passion to do this thing, it just spit them out. Because especially like during COVID, the whole thing turned to bullshit.
Yes.
Especially now with ChatGPT, it's like what are we even doing here?
It's a tough time to be like an artist or a script writer or a author. Or...
No, they got plenty of work. I'm not sad for them.
No.
There's Kickstarter.
No.
They can make their own thing. They don't give a shit. No. I don't even care about that. I don't believe that AI is a real obstacle to that either. I understand that's an argument for
Video
people.
content and like a lot of that is just gonna get like chucked up. Like
Yeah, but that puts a premium automatically on anything that's handmade. That's like you can. If you can prove that it's been made by a person, that automatically makes it more worth, more valuable.
Yeah.
Like all this AI stuff. Like I understand it's gonna make it easier for companies to not pay people.
Yeah.
But it's also gonna give a lot of people to just be like the opportunity to a lot of people to just do something independent. So instead of like having a whole team to do photo shoots or a show or whatever, it's like, oh, I can just use this AI tool, so I can have my own show. I can have my own thing. And then that's gonna expand the amount of people creating stuff like on a level that we've never seen before.
So you think people are going to use the AI for themselves as opposed to going towards corporations?
No, I think both are gonna happen, but I don't think that it's gonna come at a loss to the creative side of it. Like 100% you're gonna see like trucker jobs vanish.
Yeah.
Like those things like receptionists or call centers, they're already getting automated. Like if you call Apple, first you get like an AI and you have to like give it so many options until you get to a person. But past those jobs, like it's gonna give people more leverage in their daily life. Like I'm not saying there's not gonna be an ugly transition. Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of people are gonna lose their jobs. Like no doubt about it. But
At a certain point, do you feel that the top are just going to have to wipe out a whole bunch of people? Yeah.
Bill Burr, funny enough, had a good bit about that where he's like, well, yeah, just all we have to do is to get the population numbers down, because people keep talking about overpopulation, to sink cruise ships.
Yeah.
Because the kind of people that go on cruise ships, you don't want them in your society anyways.
Not the worst idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, with the way the birth rate's going and everything, I think there might be like a momentary collapse, but I think it's going to even out eventually. Or at least I have faith. Like I have to. Otherwise, it's like, okay, well, everything's going to shit. Like I don't want to believe in that.
What movie future do you think we're going towards? I think iRobot's kind of on the cards.
What kind of like future that we've seen in movies before?
I think iRobot's like probably our strongest contender so far.
I think it'll be. iRobot is definitely part of that, and I think, and I don't know if a movie's been made like this, but I guess Surrogate is really the only one with Bruce Willis, where they have those like robot dummies that you don't know if it's a real person or not. Because I did a solo episode a couple of weeks back where I was looking at all the mechs and all like the mechanical robots that have been built by like the major countries right now, like what the market looks like. And there was one that was made by Kawasaki. They made this thing. Let me see if I can find it. Kawasaki robot horse. So they made this thing.
Oh, yikes.
Where, yeah, here it is. So they made this thing that in videos, this is just simulated video, mind you. So this isn't like a real test. But this thing is just like running, like just booking it through the forest.
How long before somebody tries to fuck it?
Well, number one, like immediate. That's gonna happen immediately. There's gonna be a sex mod for it. But you know, when I see commercials like this, I think, okay, like this is all nice and whatnot. But what happens when these are in an urban setting?
Oh yeah.
What happens when you can just automate one of these things to do drug drops for you, so that it just goes from point A to point B, is able to climb up a wall or what have you, is able to just run around the city. So you're just walking like down the sidewalk, and we're just gonna have like robots like this that are just walking around. I mean, there's already like a delivery drone. You've seen those, the ones that are on like on the.
Have you seen the drones for jail? How they're like getting drones to put like drugs and stuff in jail.
In jail?
That's a big UK thing. Yeah, drones to like drop off drugs or I don't know, contraband in jail. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like a 20-second video of drones just like dropping shit off.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. Does he actually show it?
There was another video below it where they were showing it like dropping it off. That'll be him going to like buy one.
Oh, I think that's it right here.
Yeah.
But who's taking a photo of this? Who's taking a video of this? I mean, yeah, totally feasible. I don't.
That's kind of just a wild package that would do.
Well, that guy also looked like he's like wearing like a suit or something. I don't know. That seems weird. Like, why would there be footage of this?
That's a good fucking drone.
Yeah, and there's a cameraman too. I don't know. That looked a little sus. But regardless, yeah, like we're gonna have this thing where like we essentially we're gonna have robots be a part of our daily life. Have you seen the New York police robot?
No.
It is. You know what a Dalek is?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, it's basically like that. It is just it's a giant cone on wheels.
Not one New Yorker is gonna respect that.
Yeah, you push a button to call for help, and it's like it's a rolling security camera, and it's like why it's fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
It's just this giant thing that rolls around. Oh, police officials assert that they won't record audio or use facial recognition technology. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
That is getting graffitied immediately.
Yeah, those are getting knocked down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they used the police dog in a raid. They had like a whole video on it. So, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be iRobot, but it's gonna be super weird because the first people that are gonna have this tech is like, first of all, the exclusively rich.
Oh yeah.
And then also cartels and drug lords. Because they're the richest. Like the richest people are gonna have access to it. So who is that? These people deal with illegal stuff, the black market. It's gonna be governments, and their various organizations, police or otherwise, and there's just gonna be like rich enthusiasts.
Kind of like the Cybertruck. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're only owned by like a really weird demographic of people.
Yeah. Same thing for robots. I think that's the way that it's gonna explode. But AI in the future, I think like you're gonna be able to get on a plane, and instead of you can also pick the movies that you want to watch, but instead of that, you could also type in a prompt.
Yeah.
I want to see an adventure movie with such and such character and such attributes and so on and so forth.
And they're just gonna make up a movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then I don't think people know what they want. I don't think somebody would be able to be like, here is.
Well, no, it just gives you like a prompts. Like, oh, you want to watch a horror movie? You want to watch a comedy? You want to watch this? Or like, oh, you want a cartoon character? Like, it'll be very simple. I think it'll be very simple. 2D, 3D, like you'll be able to pick.
People are pretty fucking stupid, but not one-on-one. People in groups or like in social settings are pretty fucking stupid, but one-on-one, people are pretty smart. Yeah. It's hard to fool a person one-on-one. Really easy if they're in like a big group of people.
Yeah. It's strange how you can get people to to do things in a group. Like all those
Yeah.
experiments of like putting those the kids in jail. You ever see that one?
Yeah,
The Stanford experiments.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's the film does a great job of lifting actual dialogue from it. The film is incredibly like true to the actual experiment.
I've
I love
heard
that
I've heard
movie.
things that like it might have been faked, but at the same time, there's the other experiment. I think it's the Milgram experiment where the experiment subject is led to a room with a scientist that gets told to turn up a dial to shock someone.
Yes,
And the
yeah.
scientist, like, no matter how high the shock actually gets, they tell them, oh, it's okay, just keep going. And like 90% of people
Yeah.
do end up like keep going and actually falling through with the shock, regardless of like if it's gonna
Yeah.
kill them or not.
Yeah, it ends up to a shock that would kill them and they still keep going. That's crazy. People do respond to authority, and like especially like strong authority. Yeah.
Well, it's strange how it's not like really. One thing I've learned about like growing up and coming out of the public education system is it's weird how little you're taught about the way that your body works.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of like not just biologically and you know the food groups and you need sleep and all this other stuff, exercise and all that, but your mind psychologically, just in all the
yeah.
ways that it can be tricked. Like there's not really a class that kind of like teaches you that. You just kind of left to your own devices, and you would think that like you would want a bunch of impressionable kids to understand that, especially like now. Like I couldn't imagine being a kid now, like going to school, reading the news, and you get home and you realize, oh, that was fake.
Oh yeah. Or most of the content you're watching is AI or not made by a real person.
Yeah. Or the person that you're interacting with on Reddit. As it was, there's a scandal recently. I don't know if you saw, but like some like Rotterdam University or whatever, they set up some AI bot to create accounts on Reddit, and it would, before replying to someone's comment, it would go to their profile, based on all comments. It would like synthesize all of them, and then create the comment that would get them the most engagement, based on what they learned about them.
Yeah.
And they let that like run loose on Reddit. Reddit is like putting up a lawsuit. It's like it's a whole scandal. Yeah. So even like the comments, like there's this idea. It's called the dead internet theory.
Yes. Yeah.
Where it's like 60% of all traffic is from bots.
Yikes.
Yeah. Either due to a coordinated and intentional effort, the internet now consists mainly of bot activity and automatically controlled generated content.
Wow.
I believe in that.
That's kind of crazy. Because even if you go 10 years ago, there would be like little to minimal amounts of bots. And then you go 20, 30 years ago, there would be minimal or little amount of activity on the internet.
Yeah.
So you wonder if that's the trend, if then 10 years from now, most of what you're interacting with is actually just bots. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I used to get into arguments with people on the internet, and I stopped, not just because of that, because that's unhealthy, it's stupid, like there's no point to it.
It is quite fun though. It is quite fun.
At
just
times, yeah.
Poking a beehive. Sometimes that can be quite fun.
Yeah, I remember one time there's this famous pyramid scheme based in the U.S., but they also have it up here in Canada. It's called Cutco knives.
Oh, never heard.
So you buy a case of knives, but the way that it works is that the price to pay into the system costs more than the knives themselves.
Oh.
So the only way for you to make money is to get people like your friends to also buy packages and be like, oh, you could make a lot of money reselling these knives, but in reality, like you're
pyramid scheme.
you're getting commission on inviting them, but then they have to get commission to invite someone in order to make their money back, and it just keeps going. And this one representative that I was talking to on Facebook, she just kept going off on it, on the knives, and I did some basic Googling, and I found the scandal, and I was like, hey, isn't like your company accused of doing such and such? And she's like, no, that's ridiculous. We're not a pyramid scheme. I've been working for them for 10 years, and yet I just kept going with her, and then she was she wrote a post saying like, oh, good job, like you made a girl cry on the internet. Are you happy with yourself? And I was like, yeah. And she deleted all of the history and everything.
Wow.
Well, because someone from the company was like, what the fuck are you doing? I felt bad about that, though. In the moment, it was fun, but after that, I was like, none of that was good.
No.
None of that was good.
You wonder if it was real, if she had like a real visceral reaction as well.
But then I'm like, also at the same time, I was like, even if it is real, like, you're not made for the internet then. If
Yeah.
that's what you cry at as a company representative, like fuck off, get out of here. You don't belong on here.
Uh,
No, that's the one thing I hate any moves that go to like deter certain like activity on the internet. As long as it's not like illegal, if it's just like sensitivity wise, I hate all of that. Fuck that. The internet is a lawless place. At your own risk. That's the whole point of it. It's at your own risk. Whatever you find is what you find. You're gonna see some fuckery.
do you
Get
think
used
you
to
have
it.
that opinion because you probably saw some fuckery in the early stages?
100%.
We all got blue waffled. We all got blue waffled.
100%.
Yeah. And I imagine it still goes on where people are just saying like the worst shit early on.
Oh, it's even worse now. Oh, I mean, Live Leak is down, unfortunately, but
some of it, like, now you're just getting sent OnlyFans of, like, sisters or, like, you know, like, there's some really, like...
Your kids, your friend's mom.
It's getting a lot more personal now. Like, you're just getting sent, like, TikToks from, like, I don't know.
From your classmates. That are dressing, like,
or
in
if you're
skimpy clothing.
in a fight, now, like, the whole school can watch it. Or, like, it's rough. Like,
I've noticed that. Like live shows, I'll see like people they're active less, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's because everyone's got a fucking camera in their pocket, and they can capture your embarrassment. Whereas before, like nobody gave a shit.
Yeah. But even when we were coming up, like, it took a little while to kick in. You know, we got a little glimpses of like what it was like before, when you could go to a show and no one's taking pictures with their phone, or like people had cameras, but yeah, we got glimpses. We got like a couple good years. And now, I think we're probably a really interesting generation. Like, the internet generation is really fucking interesting.
Yeah, they got caught in the middle of it, and now they're just kind of they're growing up on it. Like for you grew up with dial-up, and now you have like gigabit internet. You can just download the most degenerate shit.
But then you had like a VHS player, or there was TV, live TV, waiting for things to come up certain times, certain days, or going to school and no one had a phone, so you were just kind of, we were quite a fun. We were in that like middle ground. Yeah, if this is like the digital age, we were like patient zero. You know, we were 14-year-old like sending each other 2 girls 1 cup. Like we were at the cusp of it. We were at the fore.
Yeah, it's going back. I've seen a lot of schools like try to make the transition to have like lock up their phones and whatnot. Which absolutely.
A little late to the party. Like, come on, like you should have done that. Yeah.
They should have done that years ago, but like even now, like whenever I see an iPad kid or an iPhone kid, it just
you feel something in you feels sad.
I feel angry at the parents.
Yeah. But I mean, on the other side, it's probably just so easy for them.
Yeah, no, I get it. Bless you.
I get.
No, I get it, but like you're bless you. You're just poisoning your kid.
Oh yeah.
Like apparently it came out that Cocomelon is they specifically designed it to be as addicting as possible.
Yay.
With jump cuts and like all the sounds and everything.
Doesn't surprise me. It's just jangling keys.
Yeah. Jangling digital keys.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of that going on. Like Mr. Beast is just straight up just like watch me for 10 minutes, you know? Jangling keys. Yeah. But then a lot of adults, there's a real like progression or regression, because a lot of adults are really into like childish things. Like Pokemon's the best example. Like
Disney adults. You know Disney adults?
Yeah, they're mental.
Disney adults are actually crazy. They just had the what was it? I think it's Universal Studios. They recently had a new thing. Come on. Yeah, Epic Universe. There was footage of someone that was entering the park for the first time, and there's just a swarm of people running. Like adults running to this. Let me see if I can find it, because they were legit like running as a crowd. Which was so strange to see just how many people had a passion for it. Is this it? No, I think that's just a meme. But yeah, they
oh, well, I see Super Nintendo World in there.
Is this it? No, this is just when they had the lineup. No, there was one where they just opened it, and there was a crowd that was running to it. Man, if I don't find it, I'm actually gonna be disappointed because it was just surreal to see how many people were passionate for all this stuff that is, like, it's made for kids.
Oh yeah. And the company probably hates them as well.
No, what do you mean? They love them.
They love the money. They
Yeah,
don't want
that's
the
what I
people.
mean. Yeah, well, no, they love them. Yeah,
Like
of course.
Nintendo hates their user base. Nintendo wants your money, but does not give a fuck about you. Yeah, but well, it makes great games. Like not like Disney makes sometimes makes great films. Sure, the park's incredible, but like, yeah, they do not like their user base.
There's, am I actually not gonna find it? That's a shame, cause yeah, this video was like people were legit just running as a crowd. Like people were frantic. Some people were sprinting at like top speed. All right, I'm gonna try this one last one, but because yeah, that was a spectacle to see. Yeah, Disney, it's weird. Like the infantilization of, I don't know, consumers or whatever word you want to use for it. I guess I'm not gonna find it.
That's kind of crazy.
It's strange. It's strange. Yeah. There's a ton of men that just like they collect Funko Pops and that's their thing. Yeah. And I don't blame. Well, no, I do blame them because the thing is like, the most expensive Funko Pop goes for like I think $250,000.
No, shut up.
Or like a couple thousand. Yeah. The most expensive one is there's a Stan Lee one that's signed by him. So the collection goes for $250,000. This one is a Magneto one that goes for $1 million. Yeah, the Stan Lee one, yeah, $200K. It's signed by Stan himself. $150K US. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. There's a huge economies for these. There's a huge economy for people that are gonna go see the next Marvel movie, or whatever the fuck.
You wonder what that is. You wonder if people are just so scared that they just want something comforting.
Oh, you mean on the side of the people?
Yeah. Yeah, you wonder if the generations before, they just had to like keep working, keep showing up at the work, keep food on the table, raise their family. They didn't have time to like comfort themselves. But it's almost as if this generation have been given that time to like.
Yeah, it screams of opulence, and if you have the money, like you don't have to buy like the big like 250K whatever item, but if you have enough of these that cost $50-$60 a pop, and you have a shelf that's lit up, or action figures or what have you, like, yeah, this life has afforded you with a certain amount of flexibility, and you decide to spend that disposable income instead of having a kid to just go into the movies or buying shirts or what have you. Yeah.
I like collecting. I'm not against collecting. There's just something strange. Yeah. You know, I often think sugar's got some explaining to do.
What do you mean?
I think somebody needs to sit down and work out if sugar's good or not. Cause
it's absolutely good. What do you mean?
Sugar, as in like cane sugar.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it's absolutely good for you. Yes.
Sugar was not a part of the diet until after World War II.
Well, no, I'm not saying that like I agree with how like fast food has become commercialized and like sodium and all. Like I don't agree with that, but I'm saying like if you monitor your intake and you're not drinking like big gulp sodas every day, sugar is absolutely like a healthy thing to have. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think sugar fucks with your hormones. I think sugar has like. I don't trust sugar.
Well, having an excess of it, like anything, it's bad. But like having it is, I used to like watch the label and like read it and try to go for like 0 gram sugar and all that. But at the end of the day, it's like everything has it. Like your fruits, your everything. It's just about
fruits and natural sugar. That's different. I'm talking about canned processed sugar. There's a real hormonal imbalance like with our generation of men, like. And you can hear it in people's voices. There's a huge hormonal imbalance.
Oh, 100%.
That 100 years ago did not exist.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that goes to like, there's a weird world now where we're dealing with technology, over information. Our minds are like constantly going, we've got like ADD, autism, like
not just that,
levels.
the soil is depleted, so the nutritional value of the fruits and everything that we eat is actually much less. So that's why like fruits and everything is much bigger because they try to compensate with the weight, but in reality the nutritional value that you're actually getting is actually much like less than what you used to get from smaller vegetables and fruits back then.
I think there's a huge hormonal imbalance, and I'd honestly pin that towards sugar. I think that's a nucleus. I think that's something that is too easily accepted and not questioned enough.
I get your point, but I don't think the culprit is sugar. I think like it's definitely a part of it, and like there's no reason why ketchup needs like 30 grams sugar.
Yeah.
Like there's really no need. Like I'll fucking show you. I had to stop buying Heinz ketchup because I was just like, this is not a healthy alternative in any way, shape, or form. This is just way too much sugar.
Oh yeah.
But if you read the ingredients of this, it's called chili. There's not a single unnatural ingredient on it. It's just the top there. It's all just fruit and veg.
Which is a lot better for you.
That's what I mean.
Is the process of like
Yeah.
the processing of food, the sugar, the chemicals, like because your body knows precisely what to do with like a steak. Your body knows how to process broccoli, sweet potato, mashed potato. Your body has no fucking idea how to process like a chocolate bar or a
Cheese
packet
Whiz.
of chips. Yes, doesn't fucking know what a Cheeto is, and it provides no like nutritional value.
You should try it though. It's good.
Oh yeah, I imagine because they make it taste good.
Yeah, cheese whiz. Cheese was great. It also comes in a can. You can get it in a can.
You can just spray the whiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in your mouth, dude. Fuck the
Damn
cracker. Yeah. No, I agree with you. There certainly isn't like an imbalance with the health and stuff like this. Absolutely adds to it.
Oh yeah.
Like when I go grocery shopping now, I think like about 60 or 70% of the aisles in there, and even most of the products in the aisles, I don't buy. I'm very, very specific with my choices because the moment that I started limiting my intake of that kind of stuff, like just the absolute difference I felt in a month, I was like, oh my God, I'm like wide awake.
Yes.
Like I can have an apple and I'm like, I'm not comatose. Like I can actually taste the apple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's that all that processed food shit. Yeah, it is not good for you. Seed oils also. Seed oils are bad. There's a lot of talk right now about like cutting it out because it basically started as an engine lubricant.
Oh wow. And then turned to a food.
Yeah. So it turned to a food just because like it's essentially the oil that's processed when you crush the seeds of whatever. So you can make it just out of anything, like sunflowers especially. Canola oil extremely bad for you. Vegetable oil is arguable. There's like some benefit to it, but yeah, like having like real tallow or butter that's like made from the cow and organic and all that. It's so much more expensive to buy that stuff.
Yeah.
Or even the eggs. Like if you ever have like a farm egg versus like a store egg, just the thickness of the shell, you can tell like, oh, there's a real difference here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wonder who's more evil, pharmaceutical companies or like food companies? Who's more evil, McDonald's or Pfizer?
I don't blame McDonald's. McDonald's is just capitalizing on the food chain. They just like go for what's cheap. I blame the like Monsanto. Like they have patents over seeds. Like Monsanto literally holds patents on seeds. So when farmers like if they want to use a specific seed, they have to like pay the patent to Monsanto.
Sort of like Nestle owns most of the water on Earth.
Yeah. And the CEO has said that water's not a natural human right, and now he's the he took over for Klaus Schwab.
Wow.
In the what is it, the WEF or the Economic Forum or whatever.
We're just letting that guy run wild.
And he looks like a supervillain. You ever see him?
No.
His eye is fucked. I think it's...
Oh, that guy.
No, this guy right here.
Holy. Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder how many, like, dying people have looked that man in the eye before just, like, entering Valhalla.
I don't know. I don't know, but his eye is fucked, man.
Yeah, that is a devil eye right there. If you had to paint the eye of like a demon, you're just painting that man's like that right
Yeah.
cornea.
I don't know what
That
to
is
make
an
of that.
evil man right there.
Cartoonishly evil.
Yeah. He is the one tying up James Bond and like, so I'm going to poison the
Yeah.
water supply. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What will you do? I don't know why you
Yeah.
have these boys, but you do.
It's weird. And then Bill Gates owns like 30% of the farmland in America.
Oh, what's he up to? What's he doing?
Bill Gates is weird.
What's old Bill Gates up to?
Bill Gates is weird, man.
He's up to some shady shit. I imagine Hillary Clinton has had to like decimate her clitoris in order to get over Donald Trump winning presidency. I bet she's actually had to just run through some villages in like Honduras or something in order to like face up the fact that Donald Trump became president.
Yeah, that's a wild one to live down. I don't know. How do you handle that amount of rage and like
I mean,
in your later stage of life when you've built like every like I bet you the moment she became senator or whatever the fuck her job was before that she was like, yeah, presidency 100%, right? Like she seems that driven. So what happens when someone sets up their life for that and they don't get it?
to be fair, to her credit, she faced Bill Clinton getting his dick sucked, the world knowing it, in the Oval Office, and she took that shit like a gangster. Like she stuck with him. She was like, no, the ratings are better if we're together. Like
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She probably had to drink the blood of at least 12 children to feel better about that. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She's a weird one, man. There's a
girl.
There's a video of her. You ever see the clip with let's see this. We came, we saw, he died. Yeah, here it is. On Gaddafi. This is unscripted. I hope they don't copyright strike me for this.
We came, we saw, he died.
Ooh.
It didn't have anything to do with your visit. I'm sure it did.
Just laughing openly about that.
Yeah.
About like, you ever see that video of Gaddafi fucking
Oh no.
of him getting the rifle stuck up his ass?
Oh no. No, actually, the answer. Oh yikes.
Yeah, the video footage like showed like his face as he was getting a bayonet stuck in his ass. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, Gaddafi was a wild one because he actually like he welcomed the United States to inspect his like nuclear and chemical weapons production, and he was totally like open to doing it. But I think what did him in was the fact that he was trying to create he was trying to make it so that Africa had its own currency.
Yes.
And I think the U.S. couldn't let that happen because they didn't want that hegemony or that like sphere of influence to exist because that would cause them more issues. So that was a weird one. But the even weirder one was in, I think it was Yemen, yeah, where they had that war, that proxy war with Russia, which shortly after, that's where like a lot of migrants came from. That was that initial like migrant crisis in Europe, that one like couple of years summer, where a lot of migrants came up, and they're still coming up. But it's weird to think that like America did that, and then now Europe just had to deal with the consequences.
Oh yeah.
All the like shootings and all the attacks, like everything that's happened since then. The German Christmas market, the German New Year's incident where like there were like 200 sexual assaults reported, and the news media played it down because they didn't want to seem racist.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah.
Never heard of that before.
Oh yeah, this is real. Story of German New Year's sexual assault reports. Yeah, this is huge. Like that's the thing that people don't realize. Like this isn't like some anti-immigrant propaganda. There was 1,200 women were reported to have been sexually assaulted in the city of Cologne,
Oh.
especially in the city of Cologne. Yeah, they were surrounded and assaulted by large groups of men who were identified by officials as Muslim men of Arab or North African origin. 1,200 women. And,
Wow.
and the EU and Germany and everyone wanted to play down all of that,
Yikes.
which is nuts. Like what's happening in the UK right now is absolutely crazy. Like I saw footage of a member of parliament going up and defending cousin marriages.
Wow.
Because they wanted to pass a law, I think, at least in England, where they were like, we need to either ban this or like just choke it in its sleep because we can't have this as a policy in England. We can't have this as a cultural policy. And one of the representatives got up and defended it and said that it's a common practice in like 70% of the Arab or Muslim or whatever world.
Yikes.
And that it would go against their religion. And instead we should have testing to see how close people are actually related.
Yikes. Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what?
yeah. England is suffering. England's in a crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Robinson's free.
Yeah.
He's free.
I don't think he'll do much. He looked scarred when he came out.
They have a rally planned for September.
Kind of far away.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked very very out of sorts. Like he had the beard and everything.
If you watch a lot of the videos from like rallies in the UK, it is like football fans. It is,
Same demographic.
yeah, they're chanting, they're singing songs. It is like the England fans, the football fans, yeah. You notice that? Yeah.
No, it's the fact that he was imprisoned at all is not justified in any way. The guy's just speaking out. All he's doing is speaking. He's not like he's not advocating for these people to be killed or murdered. He's just saying like this isn't right. Like how do you just let all these men rape these little girls? Like I don't like how do you even just justify that? And there was a vote. I don't know if you saw, but like Parliament voted to not investigate it.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, there was a massive vote that was taken in the English Parliament where they were like, we're putting it to a vote whether we have this inquiry or not, and they decided against it. And whoever voted no, it's all anonymous. Like, bro, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's enough to cause a riot. Are you serious? Like, what the fuck? Imagine if it was put to a vote if we released like the Epstein files.
Oh yeah. They're never getting released though. They'd be. I don't think.
How many months in are we into the Trump presidency and we still don't have them?
Could we be surprised by the Epstein logs? Oh, Trump's on them. Like, let's not beat around the bush. Like,
I don't know if he's on the flight logs.
Oh, he's on the flight logs.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah. Trump was getting his dick sucked next to Epstein.
You think so?
Hell
Really?
Yeah. No doubt about it. He was part of the club.
I don't know about that.
No.
I've seen the footage of him walking with him, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. There's public footage of him walking.
yeah, but I have a hard time believing that like he actually went to the island. I don't think Trump is that.
Hell yeah.
I don't think he's that stupid.
Trump's not the man on the inside, you know? He's not the common man that's like fighting from that. He's part of that. He's just like a more loud and rebellious part of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Trump is the Stephen Hawking one.
That's a crazy one.
That was kind of iconic.
How's that still fizzing after all this time?
Oh yeah. That was that.
That's a crazy one. That like his thing was like watching midgets solve math equations.
Oh yeah.
On a chalkboard and that's hard to reach.
You wonder how crazy it gets if Jeff was the guy that just like allowed these crazy things to like take place, you know? He was a facilitator. He was the one that like made it happen. And then who was Jeff's boss? Who was bloody Epstein's manager?
CIA and Mossad.
And how important was he? Was he like the guy or was he like a guy?
I think it was that guy.
A guy.
I think it's that guy.
No, I mean like was he 1 of 1 or 1 of 10, you know?
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like they were like clones or like replacements?
No, I
or?
mean like was Epstein like Puff? Was there like a dozen people doing this at the same time?
Oh yeah. There's a ton. I bet you there's a ton of There's there's a ton of people that we don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That are not public or are public that just like Yeah.
Like the Sacha Baron Cohen case where like they were in that hotel in Las Vegas, yeah, and
yes.
they were talking to the bellhop about getting like some underage strippers or something, and the guy was like trying to tell them that, oh, I can hook you up with like some kids that you can fuck,
Yeah.
and then they had to turn over the footage to the FBI or whatever, but. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Ugh.
Like the whole thing about like kid diddling and whatnot, it's worldwide and you can get it if you want it.
Which is crazy. Yeah. Oh.
Let's just go to Thailand.
Yikes. Which is sad as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's known as a country for that. Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Who was the British guy that did that in Thailand that swirled his face? He was huge. He was prolific.
Australian.
No,
He was
the
Australian. He swirled his face. I know the guy that you're talking about.
Not maybe not the swirl. It was something Huckle was the British guy. Oh, he was a horrible cunt. He
Yeah, this
got
guy.
killed. Yeah, the swirly guy was. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Australia.
Wow.
He was procuring and I think helping to make child porn.
Like, ah.
Yeah, he swirled his face and they had to unswirl it, which is like the dumbest thing. Why would you do
Yeah.
that unless you want to get caught? Yeah, it took them years, but they actually
Yikes.
they unswirled it. No, they're out there, man. They're out there.
Look up Thomas Huckle. Like, he was. I think it was Thomas Huckle. Maybe it was something Huckle. It was like the British version.
Thomas Huckle.
Yeah, he would like. He would tell families he was going to teach children like how to speak English or English lessons, and yeah, it was a diddler. That's horrible. Ugh.
Interesting.
Horrible, man.
Thomas Huckle, you
I
said?
think it was Thomas Huckle. It was something Huckle. Oh no, maybe not Thomas, but he was a diddler. Richard Huckle, there you go.
English serial child rapist.
Oh yeah, he got killed. In Britain.
Oh, he got killed. He was arrested by the National Crime Agency in Britain in 2014 after a tip-off. 71 charges of sexual offenses against
Ugh.
children committed while he served as a Christian missionary and a freelance photographer in Malaysia. Yeah, he's described as as Britain's most depraved pedophile. Life in prison with a minimum of 25 years. And in 2019, he was subjected to a prolonged torture murder in which he was tied up, beaten, strangled, sexually assaulted, and repeatedly stabbed.
Yikes.
Lodged in his brain via the nose.
Ugh.
By fellow inmates.
Tough life. A horrible thing to do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's also a weird thing. How like there's, if you know certain keywords, if you go on YouTube, you can find that content there.
Yikes.
You can find if you use the other one, he'll actually play it. He likes the feathers. Fancy's a big fan of the feathers.
There is I don't know, an easily depraved sort of part of the world demographic, you know. That's
Yeah, there's no shortage of content because now you can just go on YouTube and look at like middle school girls volleyball tournaments. You don't even need any like porn. You could just watch like enough content or like kids just making videos of themselves.
Oh yeah, that turned my stomach. Yeah.
No, it's something to watch out for, and it's weird how our laws haven't caught up to that. Like, there's so many women that go through cases of like revenge porn, of their ex posting videos of them online without their consent, and there's nothing that the cops can do because, like, well, once the file is out there, that's just out there.
Oh yeah, this is somebody somewhere downloaded it. It's in people's memory, like yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I remember being in class actually in like middle school, and like our teachers tried to tell us that if you didn't have someone's consent to post a photo, even if it was like just, you know, you at school or you would like just anywhere, just hanging around with people, if you didn't have their consent, that you could get into legal trouble. And now it's like, that doesn't fucking matter at all. Like, you could just go around taking photos of people.
When we were in high school, there was a couple nudes leaked or like embarrassing moment. We were told if anybody has like photos of people under a certain age, technically you got child porn on your phone. And
yeah, before you could just like you could have like a film photo of like a girl in your senior year and they just pass it around and nobody gave a shit. But now it's like you take a photo with your camera, now it's in your iCloud. Now you got actual child porn.
Ugh. Yikes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, hey, fancy. There's your wee fella. Nah, no what in it.
If you dangle it around, if you whip it back and forth, he'll get it eventually.
I think it just annoys him more than anything.
No, he loves it. Yeah, if you just like whip it around or move it around, he'll get to it.
I'm just pissing him off at that point.
Yeah, it's no, it's wild. Like there's this theory that like people have had about the dark web, that there's like entire like chat rooms or webcam feeds of people getting like stuck in like shipping containers.
Oh wow!
And having like
Yikes.
operations done to them in real time.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild stuff. There's this weird footage that's never really been explained, where it's like it's footage of this guy trapped in this room, and oh, there he goes. Footage of this guy trapped in a room where this person just comes in and forces him to eat soup. I think it was like in Japan or something. Dark web story of man trapped in room forced to eat soup with giant head character. Yeah, it's kind of like a lost internet media where nobody really knows the origins or who made it, or yeah, this one.
Oh.
The blank room soup, yeah. It's this guy that's just like forced to eat soup, and he just like he cries as he does it. It's unexplained. Nobody knows where it came from. Oh, the real story. The investigation revealed that the videos were actually created by Raymond S. Percy, an animator and artist who worked on projects including Zootopia.
Ooh.
Whoa. Interesting. They were initially uploaded to YouTube in 2005 and 2006, now discovered on the dark web. Oh.
I always wonder that. What is the point of the dark web? Because a lot of things you can just release on like the clear web. You know, why would
So,
I know there's like a phase of anonymity, but
oh yeah, that's it. Like you want to buy drugs that are clean,
yeah,
buy on the dark web.
yeah.
Because the reputation of the seller matters a lot because of the dark web. So the way that you trust people online is like, okay, why would I send you Bitcoin or any amount of crypto if your product is like, you know, it has fent in it or what have you? But instead, like, if it's built on your reputation, then you have to make sure that it's clean. Otherwise, like, a handful of bad reviews will absolutely tank you, and people will eventually kick you from the platform. So if you want to get clean drugs, you want to get a fake passport, if you want to get a gun, murder for hire, like literally anything you want. If you live in a country where the regular internet isn't accessible to you or it's filtered, well, the dark web, like there's a lot of like websites that are hosted on both like the normal web and then also the dark web. Torrenting, especially, like if you want to get some movies or whatever that's illegal in your country, dark web is perfect for it. But yeah, like generally a lot of scummy behavior happens on the dark web.
Yeah, because of that anonymity.
Yeah, exactly. But it's easily accessible by anyone. And the idea of the dark web is like, it's just another like angle of freedom. Like if you want to just have unfettered freedom to go in the chat rooms or what have you, like by all means, like you should have that access. And I agree with that, because there's plenty of shady shit that happens just out in the daily street. Like the web is just like one part of it. Like who is actually like, I don't know, in a position to say that people shouldn't have access to that or that it's not right. Like people have this argument against crypto, like, oh, it's used to buy drugs and whatnot. Like, yeah, as if the U.S. dollar has never been used to buy drugs or weapons or anything. Like, really?
You wonder how much like shady shit has happened in those chat rooms, though.
Oh no, a ton. But like, I saw this one documentary of like this ex-cop in like Chicago or something, and he's like, look, here's the thing about like drug buys on the internet. When you buy drugs on the internet, they're shipped to you directly to your house. So you don't have to go to a dealer house. You don't have to go to a crack house. You don't have to meet someone on a corner. You're not dealing with gangsters. You're not dealing with people that are armed. You're just dealing with some guy that may or may not have like a second job, maybe has a family, maybe not, you know, just synthesizes these drugs and then sells it. So it just goes directly to your door. It's trustworthy. You know that it's clean, so it's not laced with anything. And you don't have to go through the whole interaction of having a dealer.
Yeah.
It's like, well, so absolutely, it gets less violence on the street. Like, there's an argument to be made that, like, if you're gonna have a drug market anywhere, the dark web is probably one of the best places to do it.
I kind of miss my dealers. I've had a good couple of dealers over the year. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
I don't want to eradicate the dealer. Dealers are fun.
No, I get it. Like, if they're your mate or like they're just they're a good time, but like if you want to get like illicit substances, like you're not dealing with like.
I always wonder how they get it for the mail. Like, I imagine they'll check packages, but yeah.
They don't give a shit. The UPS and like unless it's like reeking of weed and there's like a hole sticking out and it says weed here, they don't care. If it's vacuum sealed, they don't give a shit. You can buy weed right now in Canada using a credit card online. That's like technically illegal because it crosses provincial boundaries. But there's websites where you can just go and buy it for cheap.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It arrives. It's wrapped like it's double or triple wrapped, so you can't even smell it. It's like wrapped as like flashlight parts or something. Yeah.
Wow.
Very easy. Very, very easy. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought it would have been that easy. I thought they would have like sniffer dogs, like checking mail or stuff.
They don't give a shit. No. They don't care. No, at the airport, sure, but like otherwise, like no, they do not give a fuck. They do not care. The mail, like they don't check. If you want to mail piss and shit to somebody, you can, and you don't even have to put a return address. You just put like 2, and then that's it. Then they have to open it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of wild. That seems like a loophole. It seems like something that would be like significantly easy to exploit.
Oh yeah, dude, you could like okay. I'm not obviously not advocating for this, but 18650 batteries are like. Here, let me show you. These are the batteries that go into vapes. So these are like the big like batteries, right?
Yeah.
If you can hook up a circuit so that it goes off on a certain like timer or whatever, and those batteries will do a lot of damage. So they can just like explode, and you can just like mail a bomb.
Yikes.
You could absolutely just do that. Yeah, like I'm surprised that infrastructure doesn't get fucked with more often than it does. Yeah, like we had the Unabomber and we had like a couple of those cases of like ricin or whatever, but it is actually incredibly easy to like do a lot of damage to that system.
Yeah. You wonder how tough it would be to fuck like the waterworks as well, like the water supply.
Not that hard.
Yeah.
I'd imagine not that hard, especially if you work there. Yeah, just sprinkle some LSD or no. I mean, it's probably not as easy as that. But
they tried that in America.
What do you mean?
In like the 70s, there was a hippie group that tried to put LSD in the water supply.
What?
Yeah. Again, that was something that my hippie neighbour told me. Yeah, the old homeless hippie neighbour I had in it back home. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. See if it's true. I never googled this, but it was kind of wild. He had some rare, hard to acquire knowledge.
Yeah, during the 1968 Democratic National Convention, where Hoffman and other protest leaders made public threats to dose Chicago's water supply with LSD.
Yeah.
So they threatened.
Oh, the wise homeless hippie comes in again. He was a gem of a man. Shout out to Sam.
Shout out to Sam. Yeah, so it looks like, okay, so the reaction was immediate and dramatic. Thousands of National Guardsmen were deployed to guard Chicago's water reservoirs against
They never
potential...
got away with it,
Yeah, okay, so they actually never did it. But yeah, no, you could actually do it. I'd imagine so.
I wonder what kind of effect have putting like that amount of LSD in the water supply would be.
Well, there's an argument to be made that like there's actually a good, like when we introduced SSRI drugs, which are the same drugs that treat depression, that when we introduced them to the system, that goes through your urine, which goes through the water, and it all doesn't exactly dissolve.
Yeah.
So we're like arguably on a low dose of SSRIs on like a 24/7 daily basis.
Oh wow! Wow.
Yeah, which once again fucks with the hormones and everything. I want to make sure, but like. Is there any truth to the fact that SSRIs get passed on to the water supply through urine? Oh, yeah, there he goes. Yeah, if you flick it around, he'll play with it. Yeah, there is substantial evidence that SSRIs and other antidepressants do enter the water supply through human urine and feces.
Wow.
Yeah, less than half of a dose gets into the brain while the rest is flushed out by the body unchanged. Yeah, so we're like there's a good argument to be made for that. That's why I've wanted to get a water filter for a while, like an actual like a legit, not just like a Brita.
Yeah.
Like an actual filter, cuz I don't trust the water.
No.
You ever seen what the inside of a water pipe looks like?
No, but I imagine there's like a buildup of chemicals.
Well, doesn't look good.
Mm.
It looks concerning. Yeah, like look at this.
Oh yeah.
Like look at that. And look, that looks like, you know, them getting replaced, and I get it. Like infrastructure gets updated over time, but it's in the water. And anybody that thinks this is conspiratorial, like, look, with all due respect, this infrastructure, how often do the pipes in your house get changed? You know, like, it's one thing to say that, like, fluoride causes autism. It's another thing to say, like, hey, like...
Check your pipes where your water's coming from.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Oh, yeah, he loves it. You gotta let him have it sometimes, though, otherwise he's like, oh, what's the point? Yeah, cats are like that, man. They're fucking weird. But yeah, SSRIs in the water system.
Damn. Water's going crazy, food's going crazy.
You know what? You know what I hear raises testosterone? Tobacco.
Really? Damn, never heard that before.
Tobacco.
I thought that fucked with like your balls and your genitals.
Quite the opposite, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
It gives you a rise in testosterone. Yeah. Yeah. At least like if you smoke like the natural stuff, which is why I don't like buying cigarettes. I'd rather have my own tobacco because all the additives and everything.
I bought cigarettes a couple of times here. It felt
disgusting.
Grimy. Yeah.
No. Even the best ones. Like even if you buy like
oh no, I'm cringing.
like Belmonts. You ever have Belmonts?
No. The cigarette. Oh yeah, I'm cringing thinking about cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah. If you just buy like the cheap shit, it's awful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I used to smoke a lot back home. But I think it's just the way I've changed it. Now when I think about cigarettes, like my whole body cringes. Yeah. Yeah, I probably better shoot.
Yeah, I was going to say it is 10 o'clock, so.
Hey, this has been fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. It was a fun time. It was a fun time for sure.
I don't know what we call it, but it was fun. Hey.
No, it was just good conversation with friends.
Damn straight.
But yeah, man. We'll love to have you on again sometime.
Hey, grateful to be here.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your night, folks.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, I'm going to drop this off here. I'm going to